Liaison Officer, the counter-extremism think tank, the Quilliam Foundation. Very good afternoon to you. Emma Barnett, if I could start with you. Are these vulnerable girls who've been brainwashed on social media by supporters of this so-called murderous death cult?
Well, brainwashed, we don't know. How do you know what's going on in someone's brain? I think what I found surprising is immediately when women go off to join what we believe in these three girls' instance, ISIS in Syria, we think of them as girls who don't have their own volition in their own hands. They aren't able to control their destiny. We immediately see them as victims rather than the way that we see men, which is we see them as people who've decided to go off and join ISIS. We view them with a mixture of fear and hatred and potentially sometimes pity. But the females who've gone, we immediately see them as vulnerable, brainwashed. Even the way Sky News has been running the story, missing girls. They're not actually missing. I mean, maybe we don't know their exact whereabouts right now, but they haven't been abducted. They went and bought a plane ticket, as far as we know, of their own volition. This is a big move to make, and they have gone off, left everything they know behind, and decided, as far as we can tell, as far as their families can tell...
Treating men and women who go out and join Islamic State differently and perhaps wrongly.
Yes, I would agree with Emma there that the media does seem to focus differently depending on whether it's young men or young women. However, it does seem exactly that the radicalisation process is pretty similar for both men and women. It is a process of exploitation, really. As well as being a self-radicalising element. So I think, although we have the same word, there are two different things going on there, and that's why we talk about people being vulnerable to radicalisation. Radicalisers know exactly the entry points to exploit within these vulnerable people. However, of course, yes, they do have free will, and it seems in this case that they have decided to escalate to go and travel to join ISIL of their own volition. So I would also agree that we shouldn't only be talking in terms of vulnerability.
For joining us also, Jonathan Russell. Thank you. Apologies, I know you wanted to come in, but we are out of time. Thank you. This is Sky News. Coming up in business, how the regulator is getting tough with payday.